Hello, I'm Philip Stokes and I'm here at Productronica 2013. I'm joined by Tim Jensen from Indium. Tim, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Start by telling me what Indium are promoting that's new at the show here this week.
Yeah, one of the primary products we're featuring is the SAC-M solder alloy. This is a high reliability, low cost alloy that's really designed to give people an opportunity to improve the reliability of the products that they're building. Typically, low silver alloys tend to be good for drop testing, but for thermal cycling, they're typically fairly poor, to say the least. And so what's unique about the SAC-M is we take a low silver alloy, dope it with a very small amount of manganese. It makes the drop test performance actually far superior to SAC 105, but it also maintains the thermal cycling performance to be very similar to SAC 305.
Okay, so are people trending towards the more high reliability alloys anyway? I mean, are we seeing more reliability demand in the product base?
Yeah, we're actually seeing a lot of divergence in alloys because people are finding that the SAC 305 doesn't meet everybody's needs, whether it's mechanical shock, whether it's thermal cycling, whether there's cost constraints. And so we're seeing a broad divergence as people are using unique alloys for unique situations. Until the SAC-M, there wasn't an alloy that gave both good thermal cycling and good drop test performance. And so that's where it's quite unique in the industry.
Okay, and we always talk about these high reliability products. It seems to me that people are going to drive towards high reliability becoming a standard. You never promote a product as low reliability, high cost. It's always high reliability, low cost. Are we close to the point where there is kind of a minimum reliability and it's just a standard, or is there always that need to have different levels at different purchase points?
Yeah, there's still the need to have different levels based on the application and the industry that it's involved in. You know, if you have a mobile phone, it doesn't need to withstand nearly as much as something that's going into an automobile or an airplane. And so they're able to do things that are, you know, little shortcuts that they can compromise some on the reliability. Whereas you're building something that has to last 25 years, you need to put everything in place to ensure that maximum reliability.
Okay, and in terms of reliability there, is that regional, or is there a greater demand for high reliability alloys here in Germany or in the European market as opposed to maybe the Chinese market, the South American, Central American market?
Yeah, the reliability needs typically are higher in Europe and the United States for some of the automotive industry as well as some of the aerospace and military things. So the consumer electronics, which are built primarily in Asia, the reliability demands are quite low. So the interest in high reliability is certainly much greater here in Europe than in Asia.
Okay, and the alloys market is very different to the capital equipment market. It doesn't have the same peaks and troughs. Hopefully it's a little bit more even. What are you seeing in terms of trends, particularly here in Europe at the moment?
Yeah, certainly Europe has been struggling over the past couple of years, and you know, I think there is still a lot of opportunity for growth, especially within the automotive segment. They've been struggling, but there's a lot of signs pointing to some recovery over the next year or so. So we expect to see some uplift in the electronics manufacturing because of that.
Okay, and that demand is just organic growth, or is that shifting demand with some level of reshoring or right-shoring returning from Asia, do you think?
Yeah, I think part of it is just the growth of the industry in general, but there is some reshoring of certain products where having regional manufacturing capabilities have proven to be quite an advantage. So still not consumer electronics type things, but kind of higher reliability products, seeing more of those come back to either Europe or to the US.
Yeah, and when they come back to the US, are they coming back to North America, or are they coming back to more to Mexico and Central America, where the costs are perhaps a little bit more comparable with Asia?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot come back to Central America and Eastern Europe because they are a little bit more comparable in cost to Asia. But we're also seeing some in Western Europe and in the U.S. coming back as well. So there's some promising signs there.
Yeah, certainly 2014 looks good for Mexico, but other regions too. Tim, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting.
Thanks for having me.